What type of story do you want to try to go for today? That's the thing. What are you thinking?
What kind would you want?
Hmm, any is fine. I actually do have I do actually have two things that happened to me today while I was at Walmart. You want to hear them?
Alright. Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, I was out grabbing a few things in Walmart. At r- in the cart, I had well, I had pretty much a Funko Pop at the time. Like I have a Zora Funko Pop, which I just realized something. I think Haru's design was, well, her color scheme of her avatars. I think she might have gotten inspired by Zora and Zoroark, the Pokemons, because they have the
Highly
same,
possible.
because they have the same coloration and everything. If I were to send Haru a photo of that Funko, she's gonna go feral like she did with the Lucario Funko I
Lucario.
sent.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went. Yeah. Anyways, I was taking a look through the movies, and I grabbed Ted and Ted 2, which was on sale for $5. And a witch. Like, this was a legit witch. She came up to me and said, hello there. And she literally said my name. And I looked at her and was like, hi. And she said, I was expecting to see you here a lot more sooner. And I just decided to play a little bit of a mind game. I just done like,
Oh, okay.
I just been like, oh, okay. Well, sometimes time can really fly, so I really can't tell on when I'm supposed to be meet people or anything. Then she just looked genuinely confused and afraid. And she was
Thought she
like,
was gonna mess with you, but it turns out the other way around.
yeah. Uh, I didn't. I told Ace and everyone else about how the witch was, but I didn't want to tell them that I decided to fool with the witch, because they would have possibly freaked out. And she was like, "Oh, yeah. Listen, just don't try to lose your friends, okay? They're very special." Then she just walked away and just basically vanished in the pet food aisle. Because the pet food aisle was right
That's
next.
ominous.
Yeah, the pet food aisle was right next to the DVDs.
Hmm.
All right, so you want to hear the second one?
Sure.
This one's actually kind of a little bit wholesome. I was in the aisle where they would have some plushies, and what I found was I was trying to look for some Pokemon plushies of Evolutions. So far, there was none. But I went to the next
Yeah.
aisle, and there was a person there. He was possibly like 17 and or something like that. He looked pretty old for his age. He was looking for a Barbie doll, and you know how I work in retail. I just couldn't help but decide to help him and was like, "Hey, you need some help or something?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to find like a doll for my boyfriend. Like, he's really into Barbies, and I really don't know what to get him." I did my normal routine to determine on what he might like and everything. And his dad, his dad's like one of those typical giant bodybuilders. He came around the corner and was like, "Son, you have a boyfriend?" His face turned red in embarrassment, but also flushed as like he was caught red-handed and was ready to die. Like, I think he might have thought that his dad wouldn't accept him, and he decided to keep himself hidden. What do you think? By just that alone.
Blue. I mean, it could have gone in any number of ways. Maybe the dad knew, but didn't know that he had a boyfriend. Maybe the dad never knew, and he didn't want him to find out yet.
Yeah, but here's, I'll let this continue. His dad was like, son, why didn't you tell me? You know I would have loved you either way. So,
oh, damn, okay.
So him and his dad hugged, and he was about to start crying. That guy grabbed the last Pokemon plushie of the Eevee evolution. He grabbed the Umbreon one.
Fuck.
I wanted it. Oh well, I wasn't gonna fight him. He was having a good day, and I'm guessing
his dad would have kicked your ass.
That too, but come on, a person came out to their parents, like, that would be hard for anybody.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
As far as I've seen,
that's a pretty good story.
Yeah, possibly his dad was pretty strict and everything. I didn't get the plushie, but I did get a Silver Series Pokemon puzzle set, which comes with 1,000 puzzle pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes up online for $24, and I was able to grab it for $7. So I lucked out.
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah, today was just weird alone.
The kid and his dad was that was real heart touching. That was wholesome.
Yeah, because now these days there are some parents now these days who just don't care, or just would hate for their kids to be either gay or whatever. Like, parents still hate that, and they would literally beat their children.
Yeah, those are parents that need to be shot.
Like, I read a Reddit story one time on how a kid, he came out as gay, and his dad literally beaten him, and then forced him to watch gay pornography. And he even threatened to his son, if he gets erected, his dad grabbed a meat cleaver and slammed it on the table. The kid went to school the next day. And, oh wait, no, it wasn't the next day. It was actually the same day. His dad was in another school teaching as if nothing happened.
Oh, I bet he was arrested.
Oh, he was.
Fucking better have been. Good.
I bet the prisoners would have a fun time with him.
But especially when it comes to child abuse charges, they'll fucking turn him into a damn pincushion for their knives.
But wouldn't it also be considered as sexual assault? Because technically he did.
That would, because of the pornography thing. If he didn't do the porn thing, then
yeah, but he stripped his son naked and made him watch it.
Yep, definitely would have. That would have been a serious. Yeah. They're really gonna have fun with him in prison.
Yeah.
Which, fuck him. No one cares about him. He can die.
Yeah, he is never gonna be teaching around kids or even see his son ever again.
Nope. Yeah. Alrighty. I'm gonna tell the. Have I already told you the one about the warehouse?
I don't think so, actually. Neither the Fudge Factory.
So... Huh?
Neither the Fudge Factory. I don't think I've recorded those ones.
Okay, I'm going to tell the one about the Fudge Factory. So,
I did get the sandwich one. Like, that sandwich really sounds good.
That is the Fudge Factory one. Like, we went to the Fudge Factory on our way up to get the sandwich.
Yeah, but I only got the part of the sandwich. Never got the Fudge Factory.
Oh, okay.
we were meeting Black and Yellow and a few other streamers at the time.
Oh yeah, and you came in right at the end of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is my favorite adventure I've ever been on. I call it the Great Sub Adventure. Me and 3 friends are drinking. This is early 2020, before COVID was in full swing.
Yeah.
I had a week off work. My friends, it was just one of those things to where, hang on a sec, what the hell just happened?
What?
Anyways, I don't know, my shit just shifted on
me.
Anyways, this is one of those things where me and 3 of my friends, all our vacation lined up at once, and we all had a week off work. So we're like, all right, fucking meet up Sunday night. Sunday night rolls around. We're all getting drunk. We're getting fucking hammered. It's a great time. We got Chinese food, all that good shit right here with us. So my friends and I were sitting there. We watch YouTube food because we're fat and we like being fat, and we just don't give me a hard time about it. Anyways.
Hey, I wouldn't.
While we're sitting there watching, it was one video after it was autoplay, and then we saw this one come on for a sub shop in Chicago. This sub was called the Dragon Scale Sub. Whenever it pops up first, it'll show the screen caption or print screen or whatever it is, thumbnail. It'll show the thumbnail for about a second or two. And it just said Dragon Scale Sub, and I'm like, fucking excuse me? What? And it had a sub that had 4 layers of meat on it. And I'm like, so I'm sitting there, and we're all watching this 10-minute video of this guy in Chicago breaking down how his family made the sub. It is 4 layers of meat. It is roast beef, roast chicken, pork, and barbecue pork, and 5 layers of pepperonis that was stacked in such a way that whenever it was pulled out of the oven, it made it look like the top layer was made out of dragon scales. So we're all sitting there like, okay. And the way the sub was put together, if you play D&D and you sit there and you cut up a dragon, you're going to eat the dragon meat. This legitimately looks like dragon meat. So me and my friends, we all just sit there, we're looking at each other, we're like, fat guy moment here. No one has to say a word.
You guys had the food boner.
Yeah, I just say, kickstands up at dawn. Like, fucking kickstands up at dawn. Let's go. We chug a bunch of water. We sober up. We get to bed about midnight. 8 o'clock rolls around. We're out of bed, starting to get ready. We put everything on the back of our bikes. We put our sleeping bags. We put our tents. We put everything we may need. And one of the rules in our group is whenever we go on an adventure, no GPS until we get to the town and or city where we go to, just so we can, have the adventure. So our dumbass ADD brains are like, ooh, roadside attraction. Ooh, roadside attraction. Ooh, look at that billboard. It says, new brewery. So we stopped at every gun shop, pawn shop, winery, friggin' art studio between here and there. And of course, we got lost. And of course, as we decided to take our time on every little thing, from where I live, my driveway to Chicago, Illinois, the border of Chicago, Illinois, was about 14, 15 hours.
Yeesh.
We're on day 3. In Missouri, still lost, not really caring, having a good time. And then I see it. The billboard that changed the entire direction of this adventure. Best fudge comes from Uranus. Stop at the Uranus Fudge Factory. I lose it. My friends lose it. Now, we got these little intercoms on our helmets where we can sit there and talk to each other, share music, or take phone calls or whatever. And we are all laughing like idiots. We're laughing like idiots at this. I tell everyone, pull over. I get over. Oh, man, I'm sitting there. Oh God. Get out of here. I'm laughing so hard. My friends are like, okay, dude, yeah, this is fucking hilarious. We gotta go. I'm like, yeah, we gotta stop. We gotta stop.
I wouldn't blame
But the
you
problem is, none of
guys.
us know where it's at. None of us know where it's at. So we break the cardinal rule and we bring out the GPS. But here's the thing: before we do that, I'm laughing so hard I have to run into the woods because I'm damn near ready to piss myself. I'm laughing so fucking hard. The 64-ounce mega gulp I got at the last gas station during our last rest stop didn't really help out any either. But who cares? Anyways,
hey,
as I'm coming back, there's a state patrol. There's a state patrol officer there. I'm like, shit. Okay, this is going to turn into a thing. I walk over to him. Hey, how you doing? He looks over, goes, "This your missing friend?" Like, yeah, he just went to the woods to use the bathroom. He looked at him. You had to really go, huh? I'm like, well, when I saw that billboard, I couldn't really help myself. The cop just shook his head. He goes, that billboard claimed another victim today. I'm like, what do you mean claimed another victim? He goes, you are I think the fourth one that I've had to pull over and check on because of that damn billboard. Because people were laughing so hard they damn near pissed themselves. I'm like, okay. So, if everything's cool, we're going to be on our way. He goes, I just need to check out his information, get license, registration, all that good stuff. I'm like, all right, here you go. Whatever. Here. He looks over as I'm handing him my stuff. He goes, you got a permit for that? About that time, my friends pull out their carry permits, and as I'm pulling out mine, and we all four hand him our permits, he goes, I was not expecting this. But he ran all our information. He gave us our stuff back. He's like, all right, well, y'all have a good day.
What was he not expecting? All of you guys passing it willingly?
Everybody packing.
Oh.
He just saw one person packing because I throw it on my hip and I just kind of let my vest and my shirt kind of hang over it. I don't really try to hide it. Like, I just keep it just out of view enough. And we get there after another, God, it was about 40 minutes from that stop. We pull up and we're already laughing like idiots, just kind of giggling like retards. And we walk in the door. Welcome, your Eddie's Fudge Factory. We're packing fudge all day. I fucking lose it. I am laughing so damn hard at this point.
I could imagine.
And they make the jokes for you. Whatever you're walking around, looking around, they make the jokes for you.
Yeah,
we don't have to do anything. We just sit there and we laugh. That's all we do.
Yeah, me with my sexual jokes, it'd possibly go farther.
Nah. As long as you didn't make it blatantly like, hey, I'm gonna fuck you or something like that, as long as you kept it as innuendos, they didn't care. But if it was just outright blatant sexual, then they're like, yeah, no, dude, cut that shit.
I mostly do sexual innuendos.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just putting it out there for the video's sake in case anybody ever wants to go to this place.
Yeah, because there are always those types of stupid people.
Yeah, so... Oh, God, my arm. Anyways. While we're walking around, they're making the jokes. We're laughing pretty hard. I grabbed 2 bottles of chocolate milk and some peanut butter fudge because I like peanut butter fudge. That's my favorite kind. That or any fudge has to do with Reese's. Chocolate and peanut butter mixed in. So they didn't have any of that, unfortunately, there at the time. They said they were fresh out. I'm like, fuck. Okay, just regular peanut butter then. No nuts in it. They're like, okay. He made a quick, squirt joke, and then I laughed, and we went about my way. I got the chocolate milk, 2 bottles of chocolate milk. I got the peanut butter fudge. I'm at the counter checking out. Little old lady, probably in her 90s, 5 foot nothing. She may be 100 pounds, soaking wet with lead in her pockets. And she's not really making any jokes. I'm the last one in line. She's checking out me and my friends. Or she's checking out my friends, and she comes to me. And she's like, okay. And she had that deadpan voice like that woman from Monsters Inc., that receptionist from Monsters Inc. Chocolate milk.
I never watched Monsters Inc., so I have no idea.
but your viewers will know. Your viewers will know. But then she gets the fudge. She gets the fudge. She picks it up. She looks at me, and I know it's coming. No way, I didn't know it was coming just because of how serious she was in her entire interaction with my three friends, because I'm thinking she wasn't going to make any jokes. She takes one look at me and goes, "Careful with the brown fudge from your anus, might be a little nutty." I fucking lose it. I am laughing so hard. She rings it up, and as I'm sitting there and I'm hee-hawing, she doesn't even crack a smile. She tells me the total. I tap my card as quickly as I can just to get out the door. I'm collapsed on the ground at this point. Now I got steel-toe boots on, blue jeans, 45 pistol on my hip, leather vest with the back patch on it, and my friends, and I'm on the ground laughing so fucking hard. No one can consult me. My friends come over, they just grab me and start dragging me out. It looks like three drunks trying to pull an even bigger drunk out of a bar, but instead it's three laughing idiots trying to pull an even bigger laughing idiot out of a fudge factory.
You know,
we get outside.
I can really imagine, like, a person drawing, like, all of us dragging you out of the fudge factory by your feet while you're laughing and having a brownie in your hand.
Fudge, not a brownie, just fudge.
Well, fudge.
Anyways, yeah. But anyways, we get outside. We're over there by our bikes. After about 45 minutes of us just laughing like we got no common sense whatsoever, we all start to calm down. We get to a point where we can actually eat our food, drink our drinks without, choking or, spitting anything out or anything like that. So, we get finished with the fudge. We get through the drink. I get through my first drink. I'm getting ready to open up this second chocolate milk. I look over, and I see a car pull in a couple of spaces down from us. What gets out is probably a kid about 17, 18 years old. He's wearing the Uranus Fudge Factory t-shirt. He looks over at us, and I give him that please don't look as he sits there and he smiles at us. "Oh, gotta get back to packing fudge. Y'all have a good day." We all fucking lose it again.
I don't get it. I don't get the joke on what it means that they have to pack fudge.
It's an anal sex joke. It's a butt sex joke.
Oh.
Yeah, anyways.
Well, it's kind of weird. Even though I'm mostly used to most sexual jokes, I never understood that one.
Well, now you do. Anyways, so we all start laughing again. And after a little bit, it takes about 30 minutes to calm down. All of a sudden, a cop pulls in, like a local sheriff. Uranus Sheriff's Department. Yeah. The Uranus Sheriff's Department.
Well,
I'm not joking.
Well, I'm guessing they want to protect it. I guess there is one way of protection. Hey.
Yeah. And here's what's worse. He gets out. He is in a brown uniform with a brown hat. And we all just look at him and we're all holding back the laughter because Uranus Sheriff's Department, brown pants, brown shirt, brown hat. Dude even had a brown mustache, like one of the cheap 80s porn stashes. He looks over at us, very serious face. Looks us up and down. We're all sitting there. We're trying our best not to laugh. He goes, "Got some packed fudge?" We all just shake our heads yes. He goes, "All right, well, since you had your fudge packed, y'all have a good day." We lose it again. They're in cahoots with the freaking cops.
Yeah.
So after the verbal assault on our lungs and our kidneys from laughing so fucking hard, we're like, guys, we got to go. We got to find a place to camp for the night. Now, here's the thing. We do not stay in hotels. Or we didn't used to. Nowadays, I kind of have to if I'm going to be traveling for long periods. But
true.
We never really stayed in hotels. We camped out on the side of the road. As many ticks as I pulled off my freaking arms and legs and shit, I'm surprised I ain't got Lyme disease yet.
Maybe you secretly do. Surprisingly, they've been noticing that...
It would have shown itself by now.
Yeah, but it's surprising that Lyme disease, there had been several cases of them lying dormant for decades.
Yeah, but I've had blood work since then. If I would have had it, I would have known. Anyways, point is,
True.
I'm like, guys, we got to find a place to camp. They're like, all right. We pull over on the side of the road. We go out into the woods. We don't know if we're on someone's property, if we're on government land, or what. We just know we're on the side of the interstate in the woods. We're all laughing like idiots, and we decide, we do what's called ghost camping, meaning no fire. We just camp. We turn headlights off. We don't leave a mess. Anything we leave on the ground, we pick up and we take with us. We try to leave it as if we're never there. Hence the phrase ghost camping. No one knows you're there while you're there. No one knew you were there whenever you're gone. Ghost camping. Anyways, we get out and just go on about our way. Or no, we're ghost camping, still laughing like idiots, and I'm like, guys, we're coming up on our 4th day into the journey. They're like, GPS. I'm like, GPS. We were about 6.5 hours away from Chicago, Illinois. We're like, all right, let's just go. Let's just go, guys. Next morning, we're still kind of chuckling a little bit from time to time. We get all the way up to the sub shop. God, I keep forgetting the name of the shop. I want to remember, but I can't remember it. Anyways, we get up there, and this dude's got that real thick Yankee accent. Real thick. We all come in. He sits there and looks at us. And now, since we're in Chicago, all of us, we're kind of got our holsters off. We got our weapons on us, but they're hidden. Because, Chicago's an unconstitutional state. Despite Illinois honoring a Georgia carry permit, for some reason, Cook County just
despises it.
They're just they're Democrats. They're Democrats. They're horrible, filthy leeches is what they are. Anyways, I'm sitting there like, okay, we just get the sub. We're going to eat and we're going to go home. We get up to the counter. I'm the last one to order. And it's like, all right. Another Dragon Scale sub seems to be real popular here recently. I'm like, yeah, we saw you on YouTube. Decided to come give you a visit, man. He goes, okay. Where you boys from? I'm like, yeah, we're from Georgia. He goes, well, you guys up here for a conference or some shit? He goes, we just go, no, we saw your sub like 4 nights ago while we were drinking. Decided to get on our bike, start riding. Here we are after, a bunch of misadventures at a fudge factory. He goes, I'm sorry, what? I let him know about the Uranus fudge factory incident. He's kind of laughing a little bit. Saying, ain't no fucking way, ain't no fucking place called that. Guy behind him, taps him on the shoulders like, yeah, look at this. He goes, holy shit, it fucking exists. And he is just like, he's laughing. People behind us are laughing because I go in full detail of the entire story after they figure out it actually exists. They're like, ain't no fucking way. We got to go to this place. People behind us are laughing in line. People behind the counter are laughing. We're holding up the line. We finally get our subs after we get over a laughing fit ourselves. We eat the subs. We probably get about halfway through the sub. The sub has got just so much meat on it, we couldn't finish it. But it was so good. It was so fucking good.
I bet.
We finally were like, all right, guys, we can't keep going. GPS straight home. They're like, all right, GPS straight home. Once we found Interstate 75, it was just a straight shot. But we still used GPS to get there.
Just in case.
Just in case, yeah. And I'm just like, oh, God, I'm so full. The sub is still calling to me. It's in my saddlebag. All I gotta do is pull over and take a bite. No, I need to get my ass home. After about 17, 18 hours. Now, the thing says, the GPS said 14 hours. 14 hours to get there, but that didn't take into account traffic and gas stops and restroom stops. And so it took us about 18 hours to get home. We get to my friend's apartment. I remember walking over to the couch. Then it was morning and I was on the couch.
Huh.
Boots still on. vest still on, pistol still on my hip. I blacked out, and I was not the only one. The guy that we was staying at, him and his boyfriend went to his room upstairs, and I'm guessing they pretty much did the same. The other guy that was staying there, he got into the recliner and or the lazy boy, apparently he had more wherewithal of him because his boots were off, but he was still fully dressed. He was just laid back in the recliner, just snoring away. And I'm like, what time is it? Because I noticed we didn't get home till about 2 o'clock. And I look at my phone. It's 2:30 in the afternoon.
Wow. You guys slept for over 12 hours.
Apparently, yeah. I'm just sitting, like, I wake up, I sit up, I'm like, the sandwich. I go to my bag on my bike. It's not in there. I'm like, oh shit. I go to the refrigerator. All the sandwiches are in there. I'm like, oh, thank God.
It would have been funny that you woke up with the sandwich in your hand and you just realized that you were sleep eating.
Oh God. It's a good way to choke to death, but that would have been funny.
You'd be like,
but I just like, oh man, turns out the guy whose apartment it was, his boyfriend saw us all just mindlessly shuffle in like zombies, so he collected everybody's sandwiches and put them in the fridge before he went and passed out himself.
That's a good guy. Do you guys still hang out or no?
Oh yeah, we still hang out, yeah.
Huh.
Well, the guy that was asleep in the recliner, we don't really hang out with him anymore. He had to move away for a job, but we still keep in touch. Like he's currently in Alaska doing some fishing stuff. Since it just went from winter to summer up there, he's waiting on the weather to break a little bit more in some parts. And then what he'll do is he'll work at a fish house, or he'll go out on a boat and fish for the rest of the summer and then just live off the rest of the money for the winter.
Yeah, you get paid good money, but yet it is risky over there.
Oh yeah, there's a reason why it's paid so well. But anyways, that's the Great Sub Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sandwich does sound good, though.
Oh, man, it was good. But the place closed down. Thanks a lot, COVID.
Yeah, COVID really did a number on many places.
Yeah.
Kinda sucks.
It sucks. Yeah. Alright, what other story you want to hear?
Pretty much.
I got one about a warehouse, I got one about a house on the side of the road, and I got my Whataburger story.
Let's go with the house on the side of the road.
Alright, so I'm coming up Alternate 52 in Chatsworth, Georgia, and I can smell the rain coming my way. I'm on my bike just riding through, and I could smell it coming, and I'm like, oh no, I need to stop. People that don't know, you can smell rain coming.
Yeah.
Before it gets to you. Like I know a lot of city people don't really get that. Like a lot of people don't get that, but
yeah, I can
just
smell it.
Same preference for the video here. So I'm just like, oh no, I need to stop. Look over, there's an abandoned house on the right-hand side. I'm like, grr. I pull into the driveway as quick as I can, grab some rocks, put a tarp over my bike, put the
Was this Raven? Was this Raven or your other bike?
It was Raven 1.0, my first Raven, the bobber.
Oh. All right.
Anyways, I grab my sleeping bag off the back of the bike and I fucking dart inside the house. I sit there, I look around, I holler out, yeah, we got people.
Yeah.
Anyways, I get inside the house and I'm sitting there, I'm looking around like, okay, is there anyone here, any signs of homeless people? Because that's the number one concern. Anyone who's ever been camping off the back of a bike will tell you the two most dangerous things are animals and homeless people. You never know what either's going to do. They're both equally intelligent, they're both equally feral, and they're both equally as dangerous. So I'm hollering out, seeing if there's anyone here. I don't really see one. Hey, Pingy's here. So I'm hollering, looking around, making sure, seeing, hey, is anyone here? I go and I start looking around. I don't see no one. I'm like, okay. So I take my sleeping bag and I pitch it in the, just pitch my sleeping bag in the living room. Sit there, scroll through my phone, storm is raging outside. I start to doze off. At some point in the night, I hear, dinner's ready, a woman's voice. Clear as a bell, wakes me up. I'm like, what, fucking, who? What now? There's no one around. I get up, I grab my pistol, and I start looking around. I'm sitting there, I'm looking left to right to left. Okay, someone here. I check all the rooms in the house, at least certain parts of the house that has been collapsed in on itself. And there's no one. I'm the only one there. So I go back into the living room, and my sleeping bag is very neatly rolled up, stuffed back inside of its case. It's time to go. I just look and I go, it is time to go. And I book it. Like, I leave my sleeping bag. That sleeping bag is probably still in that house. I leave the sleeping bag. I leave, and right as soon as I'm leaving, it stops raining. I'm like, fuck it, whatever. I'm out. I book it. I got out of there, and I have not been back to that house since. I've been by it a few times, but I've not been back to it since.
Have you driven by it recently or no? Because it could have been torn down.
Yeah, I drive by it from time to time. It's still up.
It's
just an old dilapidated house.
That's not the only reason why.
I swear to God, you spit on me.
The baby isn't weird. My friend's just obsessed with that picture, so I thought I would put it on in my avatar.
It looks like a GTA drawing of a baby. Like a profile picture that you would find in GTA.
I think the meme is like Queen Never Cry.
It's just darkness.
I think that's what it's called, Queen Never Cry. So if you search it up, yeah, it's like and then it's like the baby's like Queen Never Cry.
What the fuck? Nope, I'm out of here.
What happened?
Is he okay?
Boyfriend just jumped off the side of a cliff.
I think he wanted to just kill himself. I think he wanted life to be over. Naomi, your butt just flashed my camera.
Deal with it.
You forgot I was recording.
My bad, game.
I told him.
I was literally just sitting down.
That is fairly true.
I was literally just sitting down IRL. It was not even on purpose.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna shove my ass in your face. Intentionally. Whoa, buddy.
Look.
That was right in front of me, bro.
I shake my tail back and forth. No.
Yeah. I'll possibly debate on cutting it or not at this point. Anyways. Alright, I'll tell you guys this story.
Congratulations, your ass is going on YouTube. Literally.
Yeah. I'll possibly make it a clip and then put it in a short. Anyways.
If I remember to go through my videos, I'm probably going to take the clip of me getting surprised by the annoying orange.
Okay.
Hey, Carmike, you're completely in the camera.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Alright, Spike, move forward a little bit. There we go.
Now.
Yep, that's better. Now you're in it.
Okay.
Alright, Alright, I'm gonna tell you
Go
this. This was actually a very weird one. Like, this happened just about a week ago. And, I was out at a lake. I was throwing some bread in because the fish was already swimming around. And they just removed beavers from the lake that same day. At the winter, they caused a major flood. Like, the whole lake flooded the entire parking lot and everything. So, I was there. I saw them took the beavers. They were relocating them as far as I seen. And they were scheduling to destroy the dam. So what I did, I just walked around. I walked into the woods. I walked a pretty good distance until there was like a large stream that cut through the trail. And here's the thing. The entire place was empty. Sure, it was a really good warm day. It was at least 62 degrees. And sunny. So I decided to turn back. But when I turned around, I didn't hear footsteps or anything. When I turned around, I counted 22 people. All of them were there. They were all on the side, hands raised up and their head up, mouths open.
Okay, I'll come over.
They were all just standing there. And here's the thing, they weren't there. No footsteps. And here's the thing, this was an entirely gravel road. So even if you were tiptoeing, you could still hear the rocks moving.
And that's fucking creepy.
And when I took one step, they all simultaneously put their hands down and looked at me. I put my hand on my knife and was ready to flip it out and ready to fight. I just walked past them slowly, keeping an eye on every single one. But yet, they didn't move. They were still looking in the same direction on where I took a step. I didn't show anything that was going on.
Wait, I forgot to grab my camera, fuck.
Don't do drugs, kids. You wind up in cults.
Oh.
Yeah, like...
Okay.
There was nobody in the parking lot. No cars, no nothing.
That's creepy as shit.
What is Lex getting on? Oh my god.
And I walked out of the woods. Someone was telling me to go back. So I turned around, went back in, had my knife blade flipped out, walked in. All of them were gone.
Well?
They probably disappeared into the woods.
True.
Is it bad that one's considered joining a cult?
Yes.
I was thinking about joining a satanic cult.
Well then. Hey,
Listen,
Diane.
I'm heavily into like the lore of demons and ghosts. And that's like one of the only reasons why. You can ask him. I told him about it while I was thinking about it.
I'll pass on all that.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just find like spirits and ghosts in the afterlife interesting.
Well, so do I.
There was a place near where I lived over in Philly called the Pier, and supposedly
Graffiti Pier.
Yeah, Graffiti Pier, and supposedly there was a bunch of cult sightings there. And normally, from what I've seen, people just go there to chill and smoke or go fishing.
Yeah. Every time we went there, it was just like groups of people around our age just smoking, fishing, or literally just spray painting the walls.
I did end up hiking a bit into the woods near Graffiti Pier, and there was just some homeless person that built themselves their little shack and had like their own little piece of land that I walked past. It actually looked nice.
You'd be surprised. When you're homeless for a long period of time, you can actually make yourself a pretty good home.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, not many people...
Just because you're homeless doesn't mean that you can't live nicely.
Yeah.
Why would I actually live in my car though? Like, for real. Like, I would literally just live in my car.
Minivans.
Van life.
Van
I want
life.
to literally
my
convert an
gosh.
old school bus into a van. Not a van. A apartment.
Okay.
basically.
Here's the thing, right? My friend that I'm friends with, he's like, I will literally buy your car off of you and trade you my minivan. I was like,
Do it.
I'm thinking about it because, like, dude, I've spent so much money on this car that I already have that is already, you know, suited to my likeness, you know, and I just don't want to get rid of it.
Then don't.
My current,
I'm gonna be honest.
yeah,
Yeah,
my
then
current
don't.
car is a 2014 Chevrolet Equinox LTZ.
Nice.
As much as you go on about that Equinox,
7 Honda Accord.
Yeah, my car is a luxury touring Z model. That's what it's called.
Hmm.
I think I got.
you know what you should do? You should trade it for a Winnebago.
I'm going to be getting my
Then I don't have a car if I
own
trade
car
it.
soon.
Yeah, but Winnebagos are. They're cars. They're vehicles.
What? Send me a picture.
Probably
of
just
one,
a
then.
car.
See, what I want is a goddamn Mitsubishi Land Evo. Oh
See,
yeah, me and Neil.
See, my mom has a car, okay, but she still needs a car to get around. So if I got rid of my car and got a trailer,
Winnebagos.
she wouldn't. See, I'd have, but my car's still roomy enough where if I even like folded the back seats down and shit, and put like a small like air mattress or something, or you know pillows to sit lay on. Damn, that fucking shit would be comfortable as hell. Plus, I got TVs in the back of my seats, so I could literally put on a movie in the front, lay down, watch a movie.
There's also
be
like
comfortable.
air mattress that hook up to the front of the seats so that it doesn't move.
Has anyone here seen Initial D?
Or a fighter in this fight, we desire a new fighter in this world of fire. In his mind, hope is a dream, peace is an illusion. In this world of fire, in a land of lost dreams, the spell was cast bright as the stars. Look and get your dreams. So dream away the night, his destiny cold and alone in this world. Alone in this world, one final fight to do on this day. Fight with the devil in his eyes, angels by his side. One last stand, the feathered fox will fight.